Welcome back, everyone. This is Max. It's been a while. Didn't see you. You didn't see me for over a month now. So let's keep on going with the video because in this series, I want to discuss one really important topic that most of you want to know. I get such questions almost every day. It's like, well, Max, what is the key to success, right? What is the key? How can we create a business that strives? And to be honest, like every niche, every business, consists of businesses that barely make it and businesses that strive, businesses that pump money, that deliver to clients, that can reinvest into the marketing, reinvest into building teams. And for all of that, you need cash. You need free cash flow to do that. You cannot, create a business and be in a debt 2 weeks from now and then to think how to invest, how to build a team. But before we continue, consider liking and subscribing under this video, clicking all the bells and whistles. So here we go. Everyone knows what Pareto principle is, right? So it's when 20% of your actions determine 80% of your results. Any business, any geography, any movement, any technology, any science can be based around this. In any business, you will see that 20% of your customers drive 80% of your revenue. This is true for hotel business, where they have groups of clients that come to them on yearly basis for some exhibition, and then this period of time drives 80% of traffic, where they have like completely no business at all during winter times, and then during the 2 months or 3 months, they have to push as hard as possible to make the business profitable, to generate 80% of the revenue, of the profits, to pay the salaries and so on. So with online business, with online casino business, it's a little bit more complicated. In online casino, it's the Pareto on steroids. This means that 10% of your customers, even sometimes 5% of your customers, will be accountable for 95% of your revenue, of your profit. This is so-called like 5% of your customers will be sharks, whales that come to your casino and spend tons of money, and all the rest are going to be fish, like a smaller fish that is probably break even or somehow profitable, and the rest will just be there. They will not impact your business on any serious scale. So think about this way. I was in Las Vegas last year with my friend, and I do not usually gamble, but okay, whatever, I have to make this was a bucket list. I had to spend like $200 to buy chips to play some poker. A friend of mine, instead, he actually bought $5,000 worth of chips. So he was probably a whale, not as in Las Vegas, but somewhere in other countries that would be a considerable amount of money, right? So I was playing, we were like talking, and I was enjoying an evening, and then I came to the blackjack. So he was playing blackjack, and all I know is just like 2 minutes later, all I see is that, well, the dude says, well, I need to buy more chips. And I was like, what is going on? What just happened? Because I don't play blackjack. I didn't know any rules of blackjack. So he's like, well, yeah, it was unlucky, so I have to go and buy some other chips. So another 5,000 goes in. So what I want to say is that there are people that play slow and they lose the same money, like $200. I lost $200. This friend of mine, he lost $5,000. But this is not just about the loss. What players care the most is about the winnings. So consider the same situation. I have my $200 and I'm playing, just spending the money and wasting some time. And he is next to me. He has 5,000. So I could get $400 if I double my money. So that's $400. I don't care about 200. I don't care about 400. So I'm there just to enjoy myself, right? So on contrary, like there are players that can win 10,000. So he's 5,000, and if he doubles his money, that's 10K. And that's a considerable amount of money, like for everyone, right? So this is also true with sharks. So if a person comes to your online casino and he spends 100,000 This is not about the loss. The 100,000, 200 bucks, we can lose. If they think about how to double the money, what will happen if they double the amount of cash that they have right now? So that's it, game over for them. They are done for the evening. They did what they wanted. So they will keep moving and going up until they succeed. When they stop, say stop, or will you stop them? When you will say, okay, you have to chill, right? So there is a limit in your casino where you say, okay, you should probably reconsider your position, or, well, to explain me where you get your money from so I can decide whether or not to allow you to play more.
Consider your position carefully.
So there will be tons of sharks in your online casino, but of course there will be 10 and 100 times more of simple casual players that just there, to spin some wheels, to actually not to go and not to push too far, right? Because they don't have such risk tolerance. They are there to just chill after the working day. Maybe they're working somewhere in, in an Amazon warehouse, and now they're back home and they're considering, well, what should I do? Probably I should go and just like chill myself, bet 50 bucks and probably I win, probably I lose, whatever. I will spend this evening very well. So knowing all this, what you can actually do.
Name of the game, move the money from your client's pocket into your pocket.
Most business people I speak to, like when they're just starting, they're like, well, how do we set up the marketing team? We need these affiliates. They consider all possible marketing strategies that drive customers in, right? So there is the customer acquisition part that they are thinking about. But then think about like what it costs to attract every customer. Well, it costs like a significant proportion of money that you will then get back. So you may never know, you never know what kind of a customer you will attract in the beginning. Well, let's say you attract like 1,000 customers. You do not ever know whether 1,000 of customers will be casual players. What is the percentage of sharks that will come to your casino to play? So you do this effort of acquiring customers and you pay a significant proportion of money to do that. You also have to pay salaries, you have to pay to the revenue share for the platform, for the games, you have all the expenses, you have to pay the bills. So what is left? What happens if all of that stops? What happens if one day there are no affiliates that drive traffic to your online casino? What happens if your marketing team do not succeed with the marketing strategy for 1 or 2 months? What happens with a brand like Adidas or with a brand like Nike? That decide that, well, guys, the focus is to acquire as many clients as we want. Now, what they do instead, they create shoes for every different persona that they deal with. They have shoes for basketball teams, for running, for trail running. They have shoes for people with special needs. So when they produce such shoes, and if the product is good, if the product makes people feel comfortable and they are, glad with the experience and the brand that they're wearing and what that brand actually means and what it stands for, then they will come back, they will get back and they will buy another pair of shoes depending on what they need. Let's say today I play soccer, I will go soccer. Today I will go and I will consider probably Nikes, probably Adidas, and I will buy ones. And tomorrow, I'm a runner. So I have several shoes to run. I have a pair of shoes for the gym. I have a pair of shoes for the outside running when I'm trailing. So I have different pair of shoes. So what do I consider? So I consider the same brand that I liked. That's my primary, thinking. That's my primary idea. Instead of considering, well, I should go and maybe buy from that another brand. And if I'm not happy with this brand today that I'm buying from, it's only then my behavior will change, and it's only then when I will try to consider another brand. So now, instead of the customer acquisition, when you spend much more money to attract this client, what you actually have, you have a customer retention system that keeps that client with you. Today I was buying shoes, today I was playing slot games, and tomorrow I will go and play live casino. So instead of getting me as your customer for the first time and paying tons of money for that, what you have to do is just like send me an email, show me a pop-up, appear somewhere on a screen while I browse internet, while I'm reading something, and to give me the offer that I want right now, that I would love to try. And instead of spending huge amounts of money, now you have to spend like 10, 15 bucks and get the same 100, 200 bucks from me. So now we are speaking, now you're cash flowing, now you have tons of money, you have tons of customers, you have repeat customers that get back to you again and again. And now you do not think how to barely, keep your head above the surface to take that breath. Now you are thinking about what systems can I build? How can I hire more people to help me? What can I do to improve my marketing strategy, my positioning? Can I change the platform because, this platform, even though it's more expensive, but I would make much more money because they have better retention tools and they have better systems and the bonus tools and all that. And that platform can cost you 200,000, right? For all of you that are just starting online casino business, there is a link below. Click that link. You will find a free file. 5 steps you need to start online casino. We discussed everything that you need, all the parts, starting with the license, platform, APIs, payment system providers. So you will see everything, in a detail of what you need to do, what kind of piece of puzzles you have to put together to start a successful online casino business. All right, so what do you usually start with when, your casino is fresh? Well, you start with customer acquisition. So you consider different marketing channels. You consider affiliates, your own marketing strategies. You consider agent system. You consider billboards, everything that would drive eyeballs on your product and that would make people come and register to your site. So that's the part number 1. This is something that is not that difficult. This is something that is really pretty easy to figure out. So the second step is when people register. So now you have tons of people that just registered on your website. They didn't deposit any money yet. They are not your customers yet. They are your prospective customers you have that just arrived to your online casino. They created an account. They invested some effort to actually click, to enter the details, probably to pass the KYC, depending on what regulation you are in, what jurisdiction you work with. And now you have to face 2 different scenarios. You have active clients, and this is going to be the majority of them, the people who made that first deposit. So this is the first depositors, right? And you will have a bunch of inactive people that just made a registration and now they did nothing. So it's either you lose them or you try to get them back. So I want to tell you a story. Like last year, we're in Dubai. My wife, my kid, we lived in Dubai for several months. We went to the restaurant. So it was like lunchtime and my kid, she's 5 years old. She was really hungry. So I was in this restaurant and in this particular restaurant for many times. So it was an amazing place. 5 stars hotel with the best view possible. So we went there, we went on a terrace with a beautiful view outside with the skyscrapers and everything. And there were a lot of people just like chilling. Some people were drinking wine, some people were drinking coffee, some people had a lunch. So tons of people out there chilling on a terrace, just like eating in the restaurant, right? So we were waiting for a menu for like 5 minutes. Then if you have kids, you will understand that kids, they need everything immediately right now. You cannot tell a kid like wait for an hour and then you will get your pizza. That's just impossible. They have to get everything right now. Water now, food now. We are hungry, right? So I went to I went to ask if they could bring us a menu. So a gentleman there, he told me that, yes, just give me a second, I will bring you a menu. So another 10 minutes passed, no one brings a menu. My kid is running around, there was like a garden next to the restaurant, all that. So nothing happens. I went again, I asked another person, well, we are waiting for a long time, I have a kid and all that. I don't say anything bad about the restaurant, it's an amazing place though, but something was wrong that day. So, she told me that, yes, of course, like give me a second, I will bring you back. So, good half an hour passed by. So we were there for half an hour. No one came to visit us. No one brought us a menu. We didn't choose anything. We were just sitting. Me and my wife were talking just together. And then we decided that, okay, listen, this is not just a good, moment. Something is going wrong. We're going to wait for another half an hour for a food, or maybe for an hour. Maybe they're too busy. So we were just like, we went to the another restaurant, to the to take a pizza, basically. So we changed that to the fast food immediately because, it was already too late. So yeah, so this is what is happening with the people in your online casino that are inactive, right? If they are there, if they are sitting in that restaurant, in your restaurant, in your online casino, in your lobby, it means that they want something. They want something, they want someone to come to them and serve them, to ask some questions. If you have a bunch of such people, let's say 20% of people who are inactive, you have to send them an email and you have to explain them, hey, listen, this is the way we treat our customers. These are the tips about security. This is how secure our online casino is. Maybe you didn't get what your registration bonuses are. You can do 50 free spins. You have this bonus and that bonus. You have to make sure that they feel themselves comfortable, that someone approaches them and asks them some questions, and do that as fast as possible, because the longer the wait, more chances are that they will forget, who you are. They will forget that they even registered in your casino. I had this experience with another business I was in e-commerce. So if there is the abandonment purchase, the person that never bought, he was on a checkout page and he never bought, he finished just leaving. Well, chances are that he was busy. Probably someone called him. There was an emergency. There was something. So you want to send him an email like 15 minutes from now, asking like, what is going on? Maybe you forgot. This is what we have. And chances are, and quite a big chances, that person, it will click. He will say, yes, sure, I forgot. This is how you treat your customer. You cannot just forget about him when he steps into your online casino lobby, right? So that's the first thing. So the second one, the active customers that you're gonna have, you don't have any actual issues with them right now at this moment. So instead of blasting them with emails, instead of asking them and being that buzzy, noisy bug that is flying around, you have to give them time. You have to understand that you are not in online casino business 100%. There are no one-type businesses in this world anymore. Every business can be considered as a data business. Let me ask you a question. What are you gonna do if someone sells you something and then immediately blasts you with emails? Hey, try this, try that. You will just unsubscribe. Like, huge chances that you will unsubscribe, especially when these messages are relevant to you. So instead of blasting people with emails, what do you have to do? You have to give them time. You have to track the behavior. Your CRM system will track the behavior and everything that they do during, let's say, a certain period of time, during a week. Give them a week, check what games they play, what is the behavior, what kind of bets they make, what is the frequency that they visit your casino, once a day, 2 times a day, once every 3 days, and so on. How big they are. Are they sharks, or they're just there, to bet $15, $50, all this? You have to track this before reaching out to them. Believe it or not, today, in 21st century, 2023, 80% of the customers admit they would rather do business with someone who sends personalized offers. So you will lose majority of your business. You will just send your emails nowhere if you just blast them. So what you will get the same as if you offer to a vegan a raw piece of meat, right? So this is a disaster.
And I've always heard that's a disaster.
And if you blast them, you will have a high unsubscribe rate, you will have tons of unhappy customers, Google will ban you, so all your emails will go to the spam folder. So this is not the way. Anyway, what do you want to do? You want to collect data, because what you buy a customer and you buy a data to learn from. After some time, when you track your data, you will see several things that are going on, right? So the first thing you want to probably see, like every online casino owner in the beginning, they want to see, well, do I have some sharks, right? And this really depends. So what kind of a customer you need to consider him a shark? So it's more like about the jurisdiction, about the country that you work in. So for example, like European countries or the United States, Canada, Japan, so all tier 1 countries. If you see a person that bets $1,000, you're like, well, okay, that's interesting, but it's just like, okay. But you have a people like from tier 2 countries that don't have that such a buying capacity as tier 1 countries, like for example Brazil or Chile or Southeast Asia countries, and someone bets $1,000 for there. So chances are that that person is serious. That person has some cash, right? So he wants to get that tuned, personalized experience for high rollers. So this is actually the signal. Now we have this VIP player that is going in. Now you have to consider probably to give them this personal treatment. So now you get him on a WhatsApp, you get him on a Skype, what is the best channel for him, and you basically give him all that personalized experience, just like you would do in any other business. If someone buys a room like a penthouse for $15,000 a night, well, you would give that person a personal treatment, right? You would ask, well, do you want a champagne? Do you want this? You would try to understand that customer better to basically send them and offer him promotions or products that really matter to this person, because now he's one of those guys who will drive you 95% of your revenue, of your profit. Besides VIP players, besides high rollers, you will have casual players, you'll have slot enthusiasts, you'll have live casino enthusiasts, you'll have sports betting fans, you will have the social gamblers as well. So all the audience that you have to basically put them in a separate buckets, because now you have the data, you understand what they do. If you try to offer slots to your sports betting fan, right, to the person who likes to watch matches and bet on his favorite team, then what you will get, you will have just like a response 1 out of 5. So you will probably lose like 80% of your customers if you do that. It's a wrong move. They don't want to know anything about slots. They want to know news about their favorite teams when they play. They want to have some special promotions when their favorite teams plays. So all that is critical. So you have separate buckets, and now the work begins. Things you can do with this list are truly infinite. So now you have these separate buckets, and what you can do, you can send them tuned, personalized offers. So for example, for casual bettors, you can send personalized offers based on their preferred games or genres. You can highlight promotions with low minimum bets and low risk gameplay, and so on and so on. For slot enthusiasts, you can offer free spins, bonus rounds on popular slot games. You can create slot specific promotions. You can introduce new slots, you can release new slots, you can allow these slots just for them in the beginning. You can do that to drive that engagement, to bring that importance feeling for them. So for live casino players, you can promote live casino bonuses and exclusive offers for live dealer games. You can host live tournament events with attractive prize pools and then send them an email with such events, right? So that's what they want to see the most. For sports betting fans, as I said, you can offer them enhanced odds. You can provide them with live streaming of sports, create personalized notification based on their favorite sports and teams, right? So all that is necessary. Just like for social gamers, enable social features like chat, friend referrals, and virtual communities. Organize multiplayer tournaments and leaderboards for friendly competition. So instead of blasting all your audience with the same type of message like free spins or $100 like free promotions, where here you have a t-shirt that you're gonna get if you go and bet once or twice or whatever, all that is good, but you have like 5 or 6 buckets of your personas that don't care about that. People who are high rollers, they don't care about your free, like cheap offers. On contrary, casual bettors, they do not care about like high roller promotions with thousands of money that they can basically lose, right? So consider this and send them personalized messages as you have to. And if you do that right, then you will see a spike in lifetime revenue, like huge. You will see a spike in your profits, in your revenues, and you will be able to reinvest in your business, in your marketing, in your strategies, in your teams, in everything that you want to achieve. And one more thing. The most important part, really the most important part, is to make sure that your person gets into your online casino. So the person that gets into your online casino psychologically, he is already there. He used your service, he used your product. So now chances are much higher that he will use the same behavior, that he will go the same path to play there again. All you have to do is to provide that personalized experience, to make sure that you care about his wants, about her wants. And in this case, chances increase that they will become your repeat customers. So get your customer once. This is not the game yet. The game is to keep your customer, to provide that experience. And if they were once there and you did everything right, then you will feel the results of your work almost immediately, right? So this is it for today. This was Max. If you like such videos, if you want more of them, then consider liking and subscribing this video under this channel, and see you in my next video. Thank you. Goodbye.
I love you like la 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 la. I love you like la 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 la. I love you like la 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 la. I love you like la 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 la.
Name of the game, move the money from your client's pocket into your pocket.